Hey guys, hope that you are doing well. And today I want to talk a little bit about creating art and being kind to yourself, even when things don't turn out the way that you wanted them to. When I think about a lot of artists, a lot of people who make incredible pieces of art, whether it's drawing, sculpture, photography, videography, film, cinematography, mixed media, any medium of art, anything that is creative that they've created, they didn't get there overnight. And this is something that I have to constantly remind myself when I get frustrated if I'm trying to make a composite, for example, and things are just, they're not adding up, or they're not looking right, or I get frustrated because maybe my skill level just isn't good enough. And really what I wanted to bring up is just don't give up. Keep going, keep trying. People don't get perfect overnight. Think about your jobs, for example. If you currently are in a career, on your first day of work, you're not going to be amazing, probably. You're going to have to learn the company policies, how to do your job, what it entails, how to do certain things, how to perform certain tasks, how to speak to certain clients. Depends on whatever it is that you do. On your first day, you're not going to be amazing, but most likely not going to be amazing. But through the process of learning and repetition and continuing to do it, you're going to get better. So I've given this some thought. I get frustrated very often with my work, especially when things don't turn out the way that I want them to. This was a thing that was a big deal to me when I was little. The medium that I chose to pursue when I was younger was drawing, because I had paper and I had a pen or a pencil, an eraser, and those are the tools that I just needed to be creative. So I would just draw and draw and draw, and I'd have these incredible ideas in my head, but I could never really coordinate my hands with my brain. And so whatever came out was good, but it wasn't what I wanted, and I would get intensely frustrated. And then when I discovered photography, that's really, it provided me like that connection. But now that I've been doing a lot of more composite photography, my skill level is not on par with what my brain sees. And also it's just a matter of learning light and learning shape and how shadows fall and tones, and just being able to tune my eye to these things to get better. So what I just want to say is, when we look at painters throughout history and any artist that is just super talented, from tattoo artists to people who draw to photographers, is that they didn't get there overnight. They had their struggles. They had to work hard. They had to keep practicing, keep learning, finding new resources, being criticized, getting feedback, both good and negative, and they chose not to give up. So in this blog post, I created this image, and it is of me, and I'm at Promoting Passion holding a lantern. And here's a great example of failure. Now, when I look at the image, it's not a bad image. I'm pretty proud, actually, of the way that I put all my lanterns together. But the image itself is missing something. And my biggest issue was that I tried to combine my wedding brain with my art brain. And so let me explain. So I thought that it would be really cool to go out in the woods at night to put a strobe behind a tree, light it up, and then have me holding a lantern. Now, the strobe behind a tree or in the dark behind a couple when I was a wedding photographer was amazing. Like, you'd get really beautiful shots, and it just made sense for a wedding photographer. So for some reason, I decided to combine that into my fine art. And when I was putting the image together and trying to find the meaning in the image and just really going with my gut, it just didn't really make sense. Like, why is there a light coming from behind a tree? And I'm holding a lantern. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I do like the image, but it's something that I didn't think through. And that's the other thing when you're creating, is just putting some thought. Even if you don't have all the nitty-gritty details, is just really thinking about your concept and why you're putting it together. Some of my other pieces, I feel, have been more successful because I gave it some thought. There was some meaning. It was something that I was feeling at the time. But I just really wanted this video to be about don't give up. Keep going. I get frustrated super easily when my work doesn't turn out the way that I want it to. I am the type of person that when my art doesn't come out the way that I want it to right away, I will not give up until it's done, and I feel like more content about it. Even if it's not complete, I just need to be at a point where I feel at least good about the progress and the direction that it's taking. So don't give up. Keep creating, keep getting better, keep learning, follow people who inspire you, learn everything that you can from them, and keep making brilliant images or brilliant art, brilliant pieces, sculptures, whatever it is that you're into, because you never know whose life you're going to change. My community right now is my closest friends and coworkers and family and people that I've met in school. But I've been so grateful that people have come to me and said, your creativity is inspiring, or something that you did really touched me. And it's just, I never really knew how much of a difference those things made to people until they had the wonderful courage to tell me. So you never know whose life you're going to change just by creating a work of art. It could be exactly what they needed at that point in time, whether it was a smile, something deep, the colors, the shapes, the poses of your models, whatnot. You really can make a difference. So thank you so much for watching. Don't give up. Have a great day.